Okay, hello my closers. So I'm gonna be watching their MV reaction to 2X. So I'm gonna be curious on seeing like what they end up talking about for like the whole like little behind the scenes before they give us the actual behind the scenes look of it. But we're just gonna go ahead and watch y'all.
둘, 셋. 안녕하세요, 클로저입니다. 오늘은 X 뮤직비디오를
They're like
기대되는구만. 예! Let's go. 오! X네요. 여전이야, 주인공. 야, 너무 지진이야. 오, 얼굴까지. 오.
that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, isn't I think Yojin is the main character, I guess, for this one now, instead of like Minwoo being for SOB, so I wish they would have put the volume up for their end, because you can barely hear the song. Kenshin. Same. I know how I also said how like the light was like maybe like the flashing light you see before you pass out, but I think it's also like probably like the light when you are like blinking or like gaining consciousness as well. Because why this like world is like breaking because you're waking up from this like alternate reality that's happening in your dream or like you know what I mean?
잠깐 네모시잖아요, 방금. 연기 잘했네요,
Also, I'm curious to see like how it goes with like him like landing in that bathtub.
뭐야. 야, 물건 날아다닌다. 너무 많이 움직인다.
Mm-hmm.
야, 오. 앵글 되게 예쁘다. 와. 막 눌러. 야. 차 갑자기. 내 차야. 연기가 좀 엉성한데.
On the street, XXX.
눈이 내리는데? 파편 아니야?
Mm.
눈은 내렸잖아 이미.
Yeah, like we already went through the snow.
아니 우리 내면의 세계라서 눈이 오는 걸 수도 있어. 여기가 혼자. 오, 케이지 사라진다 한 명씩.
Yeah.
타노스가 핑거 쓰려 했네.
Not. I knew they were gonna say that.
경배랑 써그 타노스 엎드리라 그래. 엎드려. 어디로 가는 거지? 달린다. 안돼. 뭐야.
Mm-hmm.
오. 천사가 된 건가? 당연히. 바로 맞췄나? 깼다.
Mm-hmm.
하얘졌다. 하얘졌네. 오. 하얀 배경에 새하얀 옷 입으니까 좀 신비롭다.
So is the white supposed to represent them being like in the? I don't think so. Like them like running towards like consciousness. Like the concept is very like trippy and very like there's like a bunch of like ways you could interpret it. I just happened to interpret it the way I did though.
뭐야? 놀랐어, 많이 놀랐어. 자, 멈추세요. 귀여운데? 이게 내면의 세계와 현실이 혼동하기 시작하는 거예요. 나서 이제 얼굴까지 진짜 혼동스러워 보여요. 그러니까. 연기가 괜찮네요. 그러니까. 일어났어요. 그래서 이제 균열이 일어나서 막 손도 이렇게 사라지고. 시향형이 됐어요. 네. 제가 아닌 사람들이 막 보이는 거죠. 거울이나 유리창에.
Oh, okay.
왜 도망가는 거죠? 왜 도망가는 거죠? 끊임없는 타임루프 속을.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I got at least that part right.
근데 승부는 왜 저런지 전혀 모르겠어. 균열이 있어가지고 또 각자 야 잘생겼다. 조명이 있었던 거 아닌가요? 누가 이렇게 나가봐요. 균열 속에 우리가 있죠. 춤추고 있네. 갑자기 왜일까요? 켄신 아니에요? 꿈이었나 이런 거 아니에요?
음.
그런 거야? 빠지고 이게 중력이 뒤집어지는 물건이 막 떠다니는 거예요.
Because like
찍을 때
it's like the reality like and the time like like time loop like being altered, you know what I mean? I guess that's why that's also like things are going awry.
우리 클로즈 아이즈한테 3초만 했어요. 파편 눌러.
Okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. That's what I was thinking too.
왜 없어지는 거야? 왜 없애 계속? 이거는 제 개인적인 욕심이에요. 아 없어지는 거.
결국에는 한 명이었다 이런 거 아니야?
클로즈 아이즈 하나 더.
Oh, I guess that makes sense too.
사라지고.
It could also be like, oh, like, you know, there's different versions of him in like each alternate world, right? So like this is all happening because like the different versions of himself is like disappearing because like again like something has changed in the time loop that has affected all that. Each time they change, like they jump into one or they change it.
사라지는 시향형을 딱
Aww.
같이 사라지나요?
사람입니다.
Yeah.
이거 찍을 때 서디스이 없었어요. 근데 성민이가 저 파트를 살리기 위해서 얼마나 노력했는지 몰라요.
I believe that.
개인적으로 군무씬 중에 난 이 씬이 제일 잘 나온 것 같아. 넘겨 성민이 이렇게.
Someone's so cute.
이제 다 같이 도망가는 거야.
오.
아프겠다 이거 어떻게 찍었어요?
아팠어.
네, 저이 장면 뭐 어째 이동이 형한테 실망했어요. 진짜 했어요? 화가 난다고 이렇게 유리 부수고 이런 형인지 몰랐는데.
아그 설탕.
Yeah, sugar glass.
생각보다 멋있게 안 했다. 진짜 멋있게 했다. 오.
도망가는 건가요 이때? 이제 무한
음,
타임을 벗어나기 위해서.
깨뜨리기 위해서.
Mhm.
현실 반영 확실히. 시장이가 맨 뒤에.
But now like now that like I've seen or heard Minwook talk about like the explanation of what the X is about, supposedly like breaking boundaries and breaking like stuff like that, it makes sense with why that song is the title track with this concept because like they're trying to escape or like break that like ending loop. So I'm like, okay, I'm like it's all coming together.
시장가 맨 뒤가 맞겠군요.
확실히 맞네요. 제가 맨 앞에 있으니까.
승우는 뭐 궁금한 거 있었어?
저요. 어떻게 달려요 이렇게 들어요. 승우는 저때 뒤에서 여준이 형 저희 어디 가는 거예요? 오 이게 마지막이었어. 이게 제일 마지막이었어.
Oh really? Okay.
이게 진짜 멋있다. 약간 파워레인저 같기도 하고.
Not Power Rangers, I'm weak.
궁금점. 승우에서 내가 은혁이 형을 구했는데 X에서 갑자기 주인공이 됐단 말이지.
Yeah, that's what I was like wondering.
후유증 때문에 그렇게 된 건가?
Oh.
계속 그 무한 루프에 시달리면서 힘들어하고 있는데 요즘에는 적어주고.
Oh, okay. Maybe is that like them talking seriously or is it like them just like saying like cuz I was also confused now that I thought but I was like, wait a minute.
시안이요? 그러네. 시안이
시장이 안 왔잖아.
아니면은 이런 거 실제로 무한 루프나 실제로 뭐 내면을 깨고 이게 아니라 다 그냥 스스로 힘듦인 거예요.
That like I said, that's also a thing too.
그렇게 다 같이 힘듦을 하고 딱 깼는데 민욱이 형은 못 깼었던 거. SOB 때부터 민욱이 형은 힘들었던 거.
You see, there's so many ways to interpret it. You know what I mean?
어떻게 약간 이어지게 되는지 궁금하긴 하다.
팬분들이 잘하는.
I figured some parts of it, but like yeah, there are things that I was just like, whoa, like what does this like have to do with the other? But
X 현재 자체가 뭔가 깨트리고 앞으로 나아간다.
노력한다.
so yeah, now it makes sense with like why that title track is making sense with like the concept of the MV as well.
깨트리고 한 단계 더 도약한다.
Mm.
그런 게 저희 이번 앨범이 되지 않을까.
So that's what I'm saying. Like they're challenging themselves with this new like side that they're showing to us.
그렇죠. 그래서 앨범 제목도 그대 감으신 거고. 눈을 감았다 뜬 사이에 한계를 깨고 한 걸음 더 나왔다.
Because they showed both like
불러줘야지.
they've showed us both like two different sides like already with like you know so many Summers being cutesy. Obviously, like I mentioned before with the Eternals album, like it's very much like coming of age kind of like that kind of vibe. So then now it's like, oh, we're going full on dark. So it's like it's a new challenge for them to like overcome and like show that there's another side of us that you haven't seen that we can also do.
지금까지 둘, 셋.
But I'm like I'm happy like or cause that's why I also like to watch these because they end up explaining what the whole concept is if you're like confused. So, or for me, for like, since I already like had somewhat of like a thought of what it might be, or like just my interpretation of it, also like it's also interesting or like fun to see like if any of my interpretations were actually like what was planned out, and if I actually got the meaning of it, which some of it is. But then there's, like I said, there's so many interpretations you can end up doing, like with how they're connecting SOB to this one, where Yojun says like, oh, what if it's actually like us overcoming like certain like struggles in ourselves, and then like, you know, with Minwook being the one that hasn't been able to break it, and that's why like he's over here trying to save him in SOB. So like I said, there's so many ways you can tie it in together, but it just depends. Like I think I like that also is like you can have your own interpretations of it, and it's not like, you know, not one is not more important than the other. Like they all kind of have somewhat of a same tie together. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and just keep an eye out for whenever they drop any of their behind the scenes for the actual filming, because I will be reacting to that as well. But I hope you all enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one.